Greetings and welcome back to another wonderful episode of the Jump Off Podcast. I am your host, Doug the Organic One, and I'm back like I told you. And coming off a real eventful week or weekend, I should say. But yeah, man oh man, the grind don't stop. But yep, coming off Invest Fest weekend, did a whole lot of networking, whole lot of listening, whole lot of learning, whole lot of looking, and yeah, it's time to cook. But yeah, so I want to jump off right into it and get into some of the questions that I have about InvestFest, and we're gonna do a real Q&A, and I'm gonna read the question, and I'm gonna give you an answer, and that's what we're doing today. Um, so question number one: what was the single wildest moment at InvestFest 2025 that had you thinking, this changes everything? And really, honestly, everything about InvestFest is like, it just felt like a once in a generation moment. Even though it's annual, this one felt real different. It was an Afrocentric gathering, and you never really see that on this scale, and with as much intentionality around community building. That's really rare these days, and it was like witnessing an anomaly in real time. But if I had to narrow it down, seeing Magic Johnson take the stage, and being that the mogul that he's become in the business space, and the wisdom that he shared with us, and the way he broke down his personal journey and how he became, it wasn't just game. It was really earth shattering perspective. And not to mention that he is a Hall of Famer. So, a once in a lifetime person that you really get to lay eyes on. Some people only have ever seen him on TV throughout their whole lifetime. I got to actually see him in person. So, that was one of the biggest moments for me, and it was just like, that's Magic Johnson. Outside of all of the knowledge that he was dropping, because that was mind blowing as well. But he has sports teams, and like to hear him talk about the specific processes and how he built the capital to find these opportunities for him to get into a space that's not a typical black space. And you know it's a national thing that he actually is the owner of sports teams. At the same time, that's Magic Johnson. So I would say that sealed the deal for me. And yeah, that was one of the most, you know, wildest things to me. Moving into question number two. Which celebrity speaker said something that will stick with you? Um, there's so many. Like, the speaker list on this conference was insane, absolutely insane. Like, superstar studded, but also very educational at the same time. But for me, I don't think I could pick one. I'm gonna say I'm gonna drop a few. First I'm gonna say Steve Harvey, and he gave a master class on attachment, who you align with, how you position yourself, and the way you make your content sort of the way you can make your content inclusive, so that it becomes easily distribution. It becomes easy for you to have distribution, and without too much pushback revolving around your content. His panel with Charlemagne the God was pure strategy, and I gotta throw in Issa Rae. She hit home, and speaking on protecting your creative rights and your IP. She talked about contracts, the CGI clauses that are being in well, I won't say infiltrating, that are being inserted into Hollywood and into the media space. And it really touched on a lot of the things that Dave Chappelle had had his previous specials about those blanket clauses that they give you that completely control you, like perpetuity throughout the universe. Like, that's such a wild statement, but it's not a joke. It's definitely in these contracts. So hearing her, echo some of the things that Dave Chappelle was saying, especially for people like myself, are entering the media space, you know, is a fair warning, because it's definitely, designed to remove the human aspect of media. So I think that was something that will stick with me as well. And question number 3: what was the most Gen Z or millennial centric moment? Something sure will go viral. Um, Again, I'm gonna have to go with Issa Rae. Um, she is actually like hilarious. So, um, there were some comparisons to her in Oprah, and she was like, she said a little, piece, and was like, gracious in, like, the comparison, but she was like, she wanted to make sure she separated herself, because she didn't want, Oprah, being the giant that she is in the space, to be like, that B could never. But in context, I can't say it like she said it. Her comedic timing and whatnot. But it was definitely hilarious, and you know just her. That's the only way you really can put it. But I think that would be definitely a viral moment. Something that somebody would make a meme out of. If because a lot of people was in the moment, so I'm not sure everybody would have caught it, but I'm pretty sure somebody got it. But as far as making the meme, it's definitely memeable, that moment. uh but yeah, sliding into question 4: tell us about the startup pitch that had everyone on their feet or walking away that had everyone on their feet and walked away with the 125K. So there was a pitch competition, and I felt like it was, real groundbreaking, because I also entered that competition, and I'm sure they would have blew me out the water. So just seeing these people and the solutions they provided, um, it was really, earth shattering to see that people are, actually innovating. And the pitch contest was insane. The judges were 2 Chainz, Jalen Brown, Angela Simmons, and of course Paul Judge. And it was a tight one. And for the uh I won't say, because I didn't go to all of them, but it was a tie. There was 2 winners, and there was Swishvo, and this company stood out because it was connecting holistic physicians with insurance providers to make alternative medicine or physicians more affordable to people, so they wouldn't have to pay outright. And I found it to be real beneficial, because I believe her name was Joy Duke. She highlighted that her work was so, pivotal to her and like, massive and like, was her why because American healthcare typically underserves the black woman community, especially when it comes to, the maternal health disparities. And I think it's something that's well needed because, there has to be an alternative method because with black women leading, maternal deaths, I think this is a valid solution and a needed innovation. So definitely, the if we're not getting the change that we need to be the ones that create it for ourselves because no one's gonna go as hard as we do for ourselves. So definitely, Miss Dukes, definitely shout out to you for being who you are in this space and creating this business. So definitely shout outs to you. And the next winner was Lola Vision Systems. And this blew my mind because, I'm not even thinking of, small. I'm not even thinking these businesses exist, but to have it be a black owned business and company um in this space of semiconductors, um I think, that's just it just blows my mind that, we out here really creating and innovating in this fashion. So yeah, Lola Vision, they came with semiconductors that are called MPUs. And in comparison to Nvidia and then TSM and all the other companies that are creating and manufacturing, just cool to see that somebody that looks like me is actually innovating in this space that is so, foreign driven. And yeah, so their semiconductors are, more secure and efficient and adaptable for drones, cars, and even planes. And yeah, so definitely a cool innovation to see. So shout out to the contestant winners, unprecedented two win contestants, two winning contestants, I should say. But yeah, definitely was cool to see. And the next question is what inside scoop did you overhear regarding the vendor marketplace? So I would say the biggest to me was, the Sambra City. And Sambra City was all a buzz. It's a new transatlantic development designed to get, African Americans and people of the diaspora back to the motherland, Africa, Ghana specifically. And they were offering an extra $10,000 percent off. No, they were offering $10,000 off for investors that are, looking to move quickly and invest in the new land development that they're working on currently. And it definitely just the panel, but it just felt like, I don't even know how to describe but that's just a major move for, the diaspora. Cause I'm so pro Africa. Africa is one of the largest and fastest growing continents. So definitely investing now early while it's still in the very beginning stages is something that should be talked about even more. So big shout out to, EYL and the what is it? Alvin Buffo for starting and kicking off this development. Definitely something that's well needed for the culture. Question number 6. Which panel performance or moment delivered that edutainment energy? Equal parts hype and equal parts learning. Man, oh man, I gotta go with my guy Ian Dunlap. He kept this crown again. So his mix of market breakdowns, company pricing strategies, and a new edition of AI prompts definitely turned stock analysis into an art form, and it left us smarter, and we were definitely hyped. So definitely was almost like a concert type of vibe, but definitely was a rock star performance for sure. So I would say that would have to be my number one edutainment moment, because you learn companies, good prices to get in, and how to find and analyze good companies as well, and stock prices via AI. So definitely is an all-encompassing learning experience all around. But he definitely made it fun and you know very educational, almost like a Vince McMahon or WWE experience. There's a little, but it was definitely entertainment and education fused perfectly. And the next question: if I could distill the weekend into one unforgettable phrase or viral tagline, what would it be? I would have to say Wakanda is now, because InvestFest InvestFest embody every aspect, from comedy to commerce. It was just an excellent experience and excellent display of Afrocentrism on display. Um, Supported by allies and companies committed to building, not just extracting. We tackled exploitation in media, mapped out the future for cities, elevated technology, doubled down on wealth creation, infrastructure. Like, it wasn't just a conference. It was I would say it was like civilization level. Like, all encompassing building, real community, real infrastructure, real futuristic ideas, present ideas, like planning, like maintaining your taxes, like all encompassing for everything that you need to excel for the present and the future. Like, it was really civilizational. But yeah, those are all the questions that I do have. Um, but yeah, InvestFest was legendary for sure. They had over 25,000, making it the biggest InvestFest yet, and they definitely did their thing, making it a prestigious event. Rolled out the red carpet. Um, had everything mapped out, planned for you. Had the schedules easily accessible. Made sure everything was secure. Had food on site. Like, there was really no stone left unturned. Like, I've personally never been to a better conference. I must say that myself. Speaking for myself, I have to say that I've never been to a better conference. And a lot of the people were very personable, from the crowd to the stars. that were, available. Everybody got out and touched the people. Can't even forget, after Magic Johnson delivered his legendary informational panel, he was very relatable and connected and prayed and shared his spirituality along with his mind with everybody, which I thought was very like intimate. Like you just don't get that level of access to people who are there. Like he said, he's here now, but he still comes down here for certain things, and it's greatly appreciated. And I feel like I've got to know a lot of these people, because of their humility, and yeah. Also, if you want to, you know, experience some of these things that I'm sharing with you currently, they are already offering the 2026 InvestFest tickets. And Magic Johnson has already agreed to be back next year. So if you missed out this year, make sure you catch it next year. Tickets are on sale currently right now, and I believe they are 50% off for a limited amount of time. So definitely tap in with that. This is your host, Doug, the Organic One, and I am signing out on y'all. I definitely got a little cold. I've been going hard. I ain't been sleeping as much, so immune system down, but we getting right back in that thing, so it don't stop nothing. Y'all have a good one. I'll be back at you another one. Like I said before, it's my time to go. Y'all have a good one, man.